Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and be sure to check out my upcoming free live stream concert, Freebeat Live, Home Edition Volume 2. It's on Saturday, February 13th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the channel. Hope to see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get started. Welcome to Starting Over, I'd Buy This Second. And if that title sounds weird to you, it's probably because you missed yesterday's video, which was Starting Over, I'd Buy This First, in which I answered the question, if I had to completely start my music journey from scratch today, of all the gear that I own, what would I buy first? And that piece of gear was the Korg NTS-1. If you'd like to see why I'd start with this, just click the link in the description, go watch yesterday's video. So today, part 2, we are continuing with the second piece of gear that I would buy if I was starting from scratch. So since we already have the NTS-1, we've already got a synth, I figured that the most logical place to go would be drums. So the second piece of gear that I would buy would be the PO32 Tonic. Now this is a pocket operator from Teenage Engineering, and it is a drum machine. It retails for about $90 US, so it fits well within the low budget kind of theme here that we've got going, as well as the small form factor theme that we've got going. It's even smaller than the NTS-1. Now you guys know I love the PO32 Tonic. It gets featured all the time on the channel, and I've often called it the best drum machine under $500. I'm not sure if that still holds up now. There's been a few new releases, but it's certainly one of the best under $500. And at $90, it's just a great steal, whether you're just starting out or if you are a seasoned professional. It's a lot of fun. However, today, of course, we are going back and pretending we're at square two, I guess, today. So I'm going to give you my 4 reasons why I would pick the PO32 Tonic up second. So reason number 1, the PO32 only has 4-note polyphony. It's separated into 1 note per each of the 4 columns. Now, while that might seem like a downside, in my opinion, it's a fantastic way to achieve more grounded and realistic drum parts. Actual drummers only have 4 limbs after all. So the limited polyphony of the Tonic goes a long way in helping newcomers understand how drum sounds work together to form one cohesive part. Reason number 2 is that the sequencer on all the pocket operators is very easy to operate, but it's also very difficult to get lost in. It keeps you locked into 4/4 time, which is the simplest time signature. Unless you really get super creative, then you can kind of cheat that. But it gives a great sense of stability, and it does a wonderful job of conveying the basics of rhythm. While the stock sounds of the PO32 Tonic are excellent, reason number 3 is that much like the NTS-1, the Tonic has almost endless expandability. Using the Microtonic software, which is sold separately, you can design your own drum sounds and then transfer them to the Tonic. However, other users can also post their own custom kits online, and you can get those sounds into your Tonic for free. This means that when you feel like you're starting to grow tired of the stock sounds, there is an endless library of new sounds out there, new drum kits for you to download. Some of my recommendations are a kit that Garrett recently created and posted, as well as anything by Vic Magnificus. She's great. Links to both of those will be down in the description as well. And reason number 4 is that since we've already got the Korg NTS-1, the reverb and delay and the modulation effects from the NTS-1 just make the PO32 punch so much harder than it could on its own. Seriously, this combination is powerful. And speaking of making the PO32 sing, it's time to jam. But before we do that, I'm going to hook these two together in a way that's going to give the Korg NTS-1 control of the Tonic's clock. So I'm going to start off by plugging an 1/8" cable into the sync out jack of the NTS-1. The other end of that cable is going to go into the input jack of the PO32 Tonic. Then we're going to take another 1/8" cable and plug that into the output of the Tonic, and plug the other end of that into the audio in jack of the NTS-1. Now the NTS-1 has control of the tempo on the Tonic, but the Tonic's audio is still going through the NTS-1 to take advantage of that awesome effects engine. And by the way, all the sounds you're going to hear coming from the Tonic today are the stock sounds. These are the sounds that come out of the box. Let's get going. Also really quick before we jump in, you're going to hear that clicking. I forgot to mention we need to change the sync mode of the tonic to sync mode 4. We do that by holding accent and tapping BPM until it says SY4. Now we can get started. So there you have it, a fun little jam with the PO32 Tonic and the Korg NTS-1. Of course, much like yesterday, we are barely scratching the surface of what's possible here. Trust me, these two pack a punch. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. If not, you can leave a dislike, that's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.